No, that's what they are saying. That it's overbooked. That's right. How is the answer?
Sit. So people have been calling me to ask me what do I think about the obstruction that Oshiomhole, former governor of Edo State, was causing in Lagos Airport. Because he missed his flight that was supposed to move from Lagos to Abuja. And I think he arrived the airport by 6:20 and the flight was supposed to be for 6:30 or so. Maybe he could not catch up with the flight and he missed the flight and he decided to cause all sorts of obstruction for other passengers, people that were also to board different flights to different direction. And like you can see on the video, he actually blocked and locked the airport terminal, restricting others from coming in and others from also going and obstructing everything. So for a former governor, I think that is not right. But before I will put my comment or maybe say my own opinion about the whole matter, I want to also explain my own experience with airpeace. So in 2025, I was traveling from Europe down to Nigeria. So I traveled down from this was from Turkey down to Lagos. So immediately I got to Lagos, I was to take the next flight from Lagos the next day down to Benin City where I came from. So but that day was actually a disaster, and my flight was also for 6:30 in the morning, and I was there by 5:30, as early as 5:30, because my appointment in Edo State in Benin City was so urgent that I need to make sure that I'm there as early as possible. So I arrived early enough. I slept at a nearby hotel that was close to the airport so that I could meet up. So I arrived early enough, and we actually started logging my luggage and everything. So and the flight was for 6:30. Do you know that that flight did not move? They keep shifting, delay, and the flight then moved by 4 p.m. in the evening. The flight from Lagos to Benin Airport, airpeace, then moved from 6:30 was supposed to be the original plan. They decided to delay us till 4 p.m. Till 4 p.m. It was actually horrible because people almost flame up. That it was frustrating. It was frustrating that very day. It was actually frustrating. So that is my experience with airpeace. That is my own experience with airpeace. But for the case of Oshiomhole, who arrived the airport by maybe 6:20 or so, and he missed the flight, maybe he could not catch up or stuff like that. Maybe he was expecting that they will stop the flight or hold the flight so that he can come. He's a former governor and now he's a senator. Maybe he expect them to hold the flight in order for him to catch up with the flight. So he missed the flight and he started causing. But for a former governor, such a thing is not supposed to happen. Such a thing is not supposed to happen for a former governor, in the sense that you are just as a normal human being like every other Nigerian. If you are not there on time and you missed your flight, you have to blame yourself. You are not to cause all sorts of obstructions and all sorts of disturbance for any of the other passengers that are taking maybe airpeace to another location. So for a former governor, I expected a better and a proper attitude to be expressed. But airpeace at the same time can be very, very frustrating. The truth must be told. Airpeace can be frustrating. Like my very first experience with them from Lagos to Benin was very frustrating. I left as a flight that was supposed to be for 6:30. Then we moved by 4 p.m. in the evening. And just because of how people were grumbling and people were reacting, that was when they even decided to go and bring that flight that took us from that same Lagos down to Benin. Because people were grumbling. They shifted from 6:30 to 8. From 8, they shifted to 12. From 12, they were even saying no more flights to Benin. People grumbled. That was when they decided to bring flights for people to travel. This was in 2024. I have everything with me. So Airpeace can be very frustrating sometimes, and it can make somebody to take a drastic and some unreasonable decision. But for the former governor of Edo State, who maybe due to the information I heard that he was the one at fault, because if your flight is supposed to be for 6:30 and you arrive at 6:20, you need to do some other processes before you board your flight. So 10 minutes is way too short. So you don't expect them to stop the flight, put the flight on hold because a senator is coming or a former governor is coming. So you will know that your Agberoism is stopped at Edo State. You don't take it somewhere else. You don't take it somewhere else. So your Agberoism should stop at Edo State because that is where you have that power. So, but also Airpeace, you people should do well. Because my experience, my experience with you guys the last time, I wouldn't want to experience it again. Imagine somebody who flew from one part of Europe to another Europe without any form of delay, any form of obstructions, then arrive Nigeria. And it was even my first time to take flight from Lagos because I was always using from Abuja. It was not as it was a very bad memory. So Oshiomhole, do well, please. So you as a governor should know, former governor should not be the one causing all of these mass basbos everywhere. So that's my own experience. That's my own. Thank you.